For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 2 of Season 5 here in the Career Mode RTG. Today we're continuing on with the pre-season tournament. We'll be playing the final 2 group stage games against Searle and then Fiorentina. We have transfer offers in the works with regards to the potential of someone leaving us. If you want to know the exact details of that potential move, then check yesterday's episode if you haven't seen it. If you saw it yesterday, then you'll already know what potential move is in the works. But I'm obviously, as I mentioned yesterday, recording this one ahead of time so I can keep up with the daily uploads. So feel free to continue to give me your transfer suggestions in this video, and I will take them all on board when I come to record the next couple of episodes for the weekend. So we've got Searle and Fiorentina today. We'll have to wait and see if we get any more potential transfer offers in. Fiorentina beat Searle by 3-2. I think it was 3-2. Was it 3-2? Yes, by 3-2 in the other group stage games. So a win here against Fiorentina. I'll start that again, shall I? A win here against Searle will leave us needing just a point from Fiorentina at the very worst to give us progression through to the semi-finals, but I'm pretty sure that a win here against Searle would be enough to see us through. Navarrete is still out on international duty at the Copa America, so we actually... What? I said Copa America, not Cortana. Stop listening. I'll leave it. It'll disappear eventually. So let's put... What? Oh. Lol. Hey, Cortana. Stop listening. There we go, it's gone. That was weird. Anyway, let's put... Oh, it's keep making weird noises at me. Let's put Benyat on at cam. Not everyone is fully fit, but everyone's fit enough to be able to play, really. So we shouldn't have any problems here facing Searle. In fact, let's give Soro a start and put him in the shop window, so to speak, to potentially move on. Like I say, not guaranteed that he'll leave us. We could bring Rico Henry on at some point during this game, couldn't we? And let's throw players like Antonio onto the bench as well so they can get a run out. Zedo's played in the last game, came off the bench, so we'll leave him there for now, but we'll also put Bailey Wright in there. And hopefully we can get ourselves a decent result here against Searle and get ourselves through to the next round. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Like I say, let me know your continued feedback and suggestions in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any more. And hopefully another 3 points is on the board. There's Yun Jute into Yunil Lock. Not really too sure what to expect from Searle, to be honest. I mean, if they scored 2 goals against Fiorentina, they can't be that bad, can they? So we have to expect them to cause us a handful of problems, and if it weren't for Watson's good reactions there, perhaps they would have taken a 1-0 lead here. Corner to come in from Yunil Lock, and that's drilled towards the near post, but it's a rather poor corner. Unfortunately, Asoro can't get to the loose ball, but he will steal it off the defender. And, well, when you've got 99 acceleration and 99 sprint speed, you don't really need to do anything else in situations like this other than run. Then cross the ball, and then have Benyat there to miss the header and not score a goal. Brilliant. That would have been the perfect counter-attack if only Benyat was a couple of inches taller. Pfizer in there to Benyat. Just managed to get it to Loftus-Cheek. Osoro will try to pace around the outside, turn inside, look for an early finesse. Oh, off the bar. Benyat, can't squeeze it home. I'd already committed to press and shoot, so it didn't matter what I did there with regards to any sort of cancellation because of the heavy chest control. He was always going to follow up with that shoot control or shoot input after he reached the ball. So unfortunately, we weren't able to squeeze that home to get ourselves in front there, but that's the closest either side have come. Joel Osoro striking the underside of the bar. Into Osoro, go back to Loftus-Cheek. That's not Loftus-Cheek, that's not Loftus-Cheek either. Mbappe in there to Benyat. Then we'll look for Loftus-Cheek. Gets that under control, gets caught there. No foul given. Weissel with a dink in. Great ball. Oh, Osoro. That's terrible. He's gotten right underneath there. Absolute 50p head. All he's got to do is knock that sideways, and it's gone directly up in the air. That is one of the worst headers in a situation like that I think I've seen for a while. Cheek. Squeeze that through there. Paredes to Benyat. Mbappe is arriving, but not any real pace, but now he is right in behind. And we'll cross the ball in. It's a decent delivery. Now we have a decent header in the middle, and Paredes gives us a 1-0 lead. That's how you do it, Mr. Osoro. Header on your own, edge of the 6-yard box, into the back of the net, not over the bar. Done. Cambridge 1, Searle 0. Roussillon into Benyat to Loftus-Cheek. Mbappe is arriving, and we will use him. Lovely turn inside and drive into the space. Give that to Osoro, whose touch lets him down. He is not having a very good game here, Joel Osoro, at all. I'm really struggling to get on with him at this particular moment in time. Hopefully he can improve in the second half, because if he doesn't, and he's going to play like this for the considerable future, then I really will be most definitely selling him on. Ball lofted forward. Brought down well there. I'm not really too sure why Roussillon fell over. Lovely tackle by Ruben Loftus-Cheek though. Counter-attack opportunity. Antonio gets it to Joel Osoro, who's turned well there, and Antonio will keep that run going. He may have just gone offside there. It's a good save, but he did unfortunately time the run. Well, maybe it was my timing of the pass, but I should have played it there, but unfortunately I couldn't quite get there, and the extra defender stepped up. Never mind, keeper saved it anyway. It's not as if it went into the back of the net and we were denied a goal, just denied a corner, so I'm sure I can cope with that. Still 1-0 in front with just under half an hour to go. Watson will bowl this out to Roussillon, and Mbappe will hopefully keep that run going, and he has done. Not got much stamina left, but just turning away from the defender that's with him. Get it in there to Joel Osoro, and across to Antonio. Good save. Mbappe's there. Okay, Keeps. Not really too sure what you're doing there, but I suppose at least he kept it out. That was rather an awkward animation. I couldn't squeeze that through to Osoro, unfortunately. It looks like, yeah, as they give me possession back, and then I give it back to them, it looks like we're going to be getting a 1-0 win from this. But both pre-season games have been quite difficult, to be fair. Real Sociedad obviously gave us a run for our money. We were only able to get the win thanks to a penalty. I'll squeeze Antonio in here. We'll go out wide, then maybe look to Antonio again for us to get a second goal. But this has been as difficult as the game was against Sociedad, if not perhaps a little bit more difficult. They haven't been as good offensively, but they've been just as solid defensively as Real Sociedad were. But I'm pleased to have gotten the victory. So we'll take 3 points from that. That should be us through to the next round, into the semis. We'll have to wait and see what the other result was. If Fiorentina won, which they have done, then it will be between ourselves and Fiorentina, fighting it out for top spot. Both Sociedad and FC Seoul will be on 0 points. Ourselves and Fiorentina on 6. Back to the transfer window. Transfer offer for Benyat. I know most of you and myself will be more keen about the second email there, but an offer of 10 million for Benyat is agreeable, but I will try and get a little bit more if I can. As soon as I've clicked that counter offer, my brain has gone, you probably should have accepted that, Ches. £56 million is what Arsenal have offered me, so they've offered me about 13 million more than they did before. I asked for 70. If they'll give me 62, then I would be absolutely delighted with £62 million for Jay Clark-Salter. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on both of those fronts, but that would be a rather large amount of money incoming. Arsenal have also signed Mitrovic from Newcastle for £23.5 million. That's unexpected, I think, is probably the best way to phrase that. I'm just going to accept that for Bailey Wright, because I wasn't able to send him on in the previous window. So I'm just going to accept that, and hopefully he will leave and go to Queen's Park Rangers. I probably should have used that same mindset with the Benyat deal, but the thought of an extra couple of million. Good. They're going to match it. And Arsenal have offered me 62. Right then. Jay Clark-Salter will be leaving for £62 million. Benyat will be leaving for £13 million. Our transfer budget is about to get one hell of a boost. Up next, though, the fight for the top of the table. Fiorentina. Nice ball by Hernan into Paredes. Was get Zedos to run away, and I didn't even realise how much space there was back here for him to run into. I've got Bernadeschi closing me down, and he's actually closed me down rather well, but Zedos does well himself to turn away. Hernan in there to Nicola Greco. Try a little McGeady spin, that failed. Fake Rabona to work some space to then get a shot off on the left foot, which he's done well and drawn a good save out of Bandinelli. Right then, corner to come in from Paredes. Decent delivery. Who's underneath that? Lozano, but he can't get it on target. Paredes, I'll get it out wide there to Zedos. Quickly in the middle there to Hernan. I see the run arriving of Paredes, and decent effort, but it's a good save again by Bandinelli. They've got a half-decent goalkeeper, it seems, here, Fiorentina. Made a couple of good saves to stop me from scoring so far in this one. 0-0 after 20 mins. Halliday Inside there to Greco. Lozano's making the run, but I'm actually going to switch it all the way across here to Rico Henry. Then go to Jedos. Perhaps try and work it inside there. Hernan to Rico Henry. Wrap your foot around this, Rico. He's done very well. Lozano's up. No, not 1-0 Cambridge. Oh, my word. I was certain that that was going to end up in the back of the net. On his own, Lozano. The header closer than Jolosoro's attempt in the last game, I have to be honest. But still not good enough. So far, Paredes showing everybody how to finish with a header, and Lozano's next effort is blocked by the defender. It's been all one-way action in this game so far. Fiorentina, despite having won against Sociedad and Sol, are actually proving to be, so far, the easiest to break down. But we don't know how long that will last, of course. They might come out second half and just absolutely batter me. I do have the potential to collapse defensively, as you guys know, but hopefully we'll be able to keep ourselves in it and hopefully take the lead sooner rather than later. Counter-attack opportunity, and I'm just going to try and take advantage of Rico Henry's pace here, but unfortunately the defender there has actually done very well in slowing me down. Greco, actually, let's just go back up to Rico Henry, shall we? Why not? There we go. Henry's in behind. Decent cross. Lozano's there this time. Great header again from Anthony Lozano. The first one was a decent connection, but came back off the bar in the first half, and that one, perfect. Into the top corner. Rico Henry's delivery, by the way, that's twice he's delivered for Lozano for a header like that. And to be fair, he's risen really well and bent the header away from the keeper. Expert cross, expert finish. 1-0 to Cambridge United. Jedos with a quick throw. Rico Henry's there. Pull that back inside, never mind. That is an unbelievable ball to Muto, who is now in behind. If they score here, fair play. Oh, Watson. How has he saved that? The ball over the top. I mean, one of the best balls I've seen on any FIFA career mode ever. And that is one of the best reaction saves I think I've seen for a while as well. Ridiculous stuff from Aidan Watson. Bernadeschi into Kalinic here. The cross is blocked, but it will drop to Toledo. Not sure which way he's going to turn. I think he knows which way he wants to turn, but Clark-Salter scrambles it away. 4 minutes to go. We still have our 1-0 lead, thanks in no small part to our goalkeeper. Final whistle goes. It's a 1-0 win. We finished top of the group. That second half was actually a lot more difficult than the first. The first half was just wave after wave after wave of Cambridge attack, but they firmed up in the second half there, despite the fact that that was actually the half where we got our goal. And they caused me some problems there. They perhaps deserved an equaliser if it weren't for an unreal reaction save from the keeper. Sol lose 3-0 to Real Sociedad, but first and second spots were already guaranteed. Athletic Bilbao win 3-0 against Borussia Mönchengladbach, so I'm not sure who we'll face actually in the next game. It's going to be Al Hilal. That's who we'll face next. Tournament prize money, £2.5 million. That'll be added in. An offer for Felipe Jedos. Interesting. He's unhappy at the club. We have Antonio and Mitchell Weiser. Do I let Jedos go? I don't really want to let him go, but if they give me a premium price, then I don't really have much choice, do I? Give me 20 million and I'll accept him. I suppose every player has his price, as Gizzle Kicks would say. So if they pay 20 million for him, I'd be willing to let him go. But I'm not overly looking to move him on, to be honest, but you've got to take advantage of a deal when it comes your way sometimes. Player sold. Now, which one is this? We may even get a second email saying player sold as well, with regards to Benyat and or Jake Clark-Salter, whichever way around it is. 4 emails. Presumably that's them both gone then. Transfer offer for Jamie McLaren. Now, he wants to leave us. I don't want him to go, so I'm going to reject that. Sorry, Jamie. I want you to stay. I'm desperate for him to stay. Player sold. Benyat to Aston Villa for 13 million. Player sold. Jake Clark-Salter to Arsenal for 62 million. Player sold. Bailey Wright to Queen's Park Rangers for 3 million. We now have a transfer budget of 80. Hang on, let me just adjust the. There we go. We now have a transfer budget. There's nothing midget about our transfer budget. It's £81 million. Now we are going to need a striker. That's not the position that was supposed to come out of my mouth. We're going to need a centre-back to replace Jake Clark-Salter. He has now gone to Arsenal. Now, there are a number of centre-backs that we could sign. The question is, which one do we sign? You guys will have to let me know your suggestions in the comment section down below, and I will go through them in due course. Clark-Salter has gone. The question of Joel Osoro's position at the club is still in balance, and I would be open to selling him. Jedos looks like he might be leaving as well, maybe, although they'd have to give me close to that 20 million for me to accept it and be able to bring in an adequate replacement with regards to squad depth. But Clark-Salter needs replacing, Benyat needs replacing. That's going to happen soon. But for now, that's going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you tomorrow.